Righto guys, got another project. As you've seen, I've done a few things on the fish tank lately. Everything seems to be going fine with the sump, but I've decided I want an eel. So I want a zebra moray, particularly a zebra moray because they don't eat fish, they eat crustaceans. So I should have no problems with my fish getting eaten. The only problem I have is eels get out, and I have the open top on the tank, and I'm going to be concerned about getting an eel and the fact that it'll get out. It looks like at the moment getting hold of a zebra moray is going to be a challenge. I reckon it might take me a few months, so I want to have the tank ready. When one comes available I can get it. So I say that lid of the tank is open, so I've been down to Bunnings. I bought myself some bird netting. It's quite an open weave, so we'll see. I don't want anything that's going to cut out too much light, so hopefully when this is stretched out, that was like $7 for that bit of mesh. I've got some timber to secure it with. I've got some black paint, so once I've cut all the wood, I am gonna paint it black, just so if you do look in the top it doesn't look shit. So apart from that I have no sort of plan, so I thought, well, I'll just take you guys along for the ride. I'm going to take the lid off, do some measurements and just have a bit of a play, and we'll see how it goes. Righto, got a bit of a plan, so I'm going to fit this one here across. That's actually the front. I'm going to cut it in the middle here so it fits into here, so I actually want the mesh up to the edge, and that will hold it there. I want to put one along the back edge here. Now that one won't need to be cut because I'm going to fit it on the inside of this leg here, which sits on the top of the tank. And I'll put another one, something like that, across here. This bit here, sorry, camera work. This bit here is the back bit, sits on the top of the tank. If I put it there, I'm hoping I'll have a lip to put the cables underneath, and then I can stretch the material between those two there. And the fourth piece I will use, I will cut that, and that will go across the ends to keep it all tight. I want to keep it fairly tight and tidy, so that's the plan. Let's see how we go. Right, done some cutting. So on the front edge, these ones will actually sit here because I want the mesh under that joint, so they'll come here. So the mesh won't be right at the top, which is good, so you won't see it from the outside. It'll be slightly recessed. The middle one's obviously just to support any sag. The end one's the same thing, to stretch it out. I'll have one across the back here, which hopefully I'm going to fit that, and then I'll use this one to sort of pull it and tighten it into place is sort of the idea. Doesn't need to be overly tight, and then I'll fit this one across the back, and we should be able to pull the mesh up across there too. Doesn't have to be super tight, just secure. And I'm hoping that where this will sit, we'll just give enough gap for the power leads to the power heads and a few things in the tank. But we'll cross that when we get to it. So that's the plan. What I've actually done, because I don't want it all new wood in there and standing out like dog's balls, I'm just going to paint all these bits now with just a bit of black paint so they blend in a bit. So I'll come back in a minute. Right, we've given them a quick coat of paint just to camouflage them a bit. I haven't gone into any great problems with it. You know, it's going to be under the hood. It's really just so it's not clear wood standing out, so hopefully that'll work. Now I've just got to figure out the best way to attach the wood and attach the mesh, so we'll see how that goes. Righto, so plan of attack, I've chopped these up to the height I want with some bits of wood. I've laid my mesh out and I figure I'll screw them in, and then when I do the next one I'll try and stretch it back, so we'll see how that goes. Right, sort of got it basically done. I've got it all stretched out. I haven't gone super tight with it. I don't think it needs to be. I'm not going to borrow all this trimming in here. You're not going to see it. I'll tidy it up a little bit. Just got a bit of loose stuff here. So what I'm going to do is just get some fishing line and just do a quick stitch across that one. That'll hold it in place. This one sits on the back of the tank, so that's where fish can go out the back. So I'll do that next, and then we'll put it on the tank, see how it looks. Alright, just done a running stitch just along there. That bit will sit on top of the glass, so it's just really to stop it flopping around. And we'll see where it goes. I'm going to take it inside and have a look, huh? Cover's on. What it looks like from above. Can't actually see it when you're looking at the tank. It doesn't seem to affect the light too much in the tank, which is good. One small problem, and just see if we can get the camera down the back here. Whoa, I don't know if you can see it, but where the mesh comes down here, there is a gap here. So I'll get some wood tomorrow and I'll make up a chock to go down the back here, so then it will be sealed. Apart from that, it actually worked out quite good, quite happy. So you can't really see it unless you tip your toe. So my main concern was whether it cut the light down too much, but I don't think it has, so happy. Oh, so yep. Righto, let's finish the cover for the tank, but when I put it on, I still have a bit of a gap, because the lid sits sort of about here where the bit of wood is, which leaves a slight gap under here. Since I'm looking at getting an eel and I'm not really sure on the size, I really want to fill that up, so I'm going to get a little bit of wood and fill this gap in. Just glue it down, get something about the same thickness as that. That'll give me the opportunity. I'll cut it so that I can allow for some cables to go through. I've got one cable up that end. I've got a couple up this end there for power heads, etc. So I'll go and cut them and then I'll show you how that works. Alright guys, just to fill out those gaps, I've just got some little bits of timber with a tiny drop of glue each end just to hold them in place. They're the same level as the glass and all three sections. So when I put the lid on, there's no escape hatches. I've left just a little section for some cables each end. And that should do. So I'll put it all back on and we should have a winner. Alright guys, all done. You can't see the cover from, this is eye level, tank's fairly high. If we get up high, you can see the mesh. Hopefully it doesn't cut too much light. It's a fairly open mesh. I was hoping to get something finer, but this will do for now. And I'll just poke around the side again. I have put some little bits of wood, I don't know if you can see, just to close those gaps up. So we should be all eel proof. Okay, I'll keep you updated when I get one. So yeah, now the next challenge is to find a eel, and I'm actually after a very specific eel. I want a zebra moray because they don't eat fish. So it might take me a few months to get one. Apparently they're a bit hard to get at the moment because of all the COVID stuff, so imports are a bit hard. So we'll see how we go, and when I get an eel I'll report back. But